So now that that's out the way, because I always got to get the Ministry of Souls News Network stuff out first, as the news flash comes, I report it. And remember, all of this stuff is going to be included in my animated TV series, The Art of Creation. Now, the thing with The Art of Creation is a lot of the stuff that we report before it happens. We're the only news agency that reports the news before it happens. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to be standing out from all the rest. But we're an adult TV animated series. We're not going to be for children, obviously. However, there are some things in the show that will be for children. And one of the shows that I'm doing is called Pearls of Wisdom. And, you know, my girl Pearl, who works with Doba, the karmic news reporter, Doba Drexel, she's the karmic news reporter. Well, Pearl's kind of like not the gossip columnist, because she doesn't say it's not gossip if it's in the best interest of the people. Like, the people have a right to know these things. The people have a right to know it's not gossip if it's news. That's the way that she sees it anyway. I'm still working on her accent. I've talked about her before, but anyway, she's going to have her own show, have her own section, basically, where people will be able to write in, and if they've got problems, because even though she's a bit of a ning nong, she is from the Witch of Endor bloodline. You know, the Witch of Endor in the Bible. She's from the Witch of Endor bloodline. So she's very wise. She has the wisdom of the Bible behind her. So she's very good at giving advice. She takes her job very seriously and she's very good at it. And nobody can say that she doesn't know what she's doing. It's just that the way she comes about it is a little bit questionable. But God chose her for this job for a reason, to work at the newsroom. But one of the shows that she's going to have her own show, other than Loose Lips with Doba Drexel. God, I love those two. They're going to be so much trouble together as characters. I hope whoever does the actresses that do their voices get on with each other in real life. I really want them all to get on with each other in real life. The actors that do the voices for my characters in The Art of Creation are going to have a lot of work to do, because, like, I've got shows that come off The Art of Creation, you know, like Behind Closed Doors, which is our version of Friends, which is a comedy based on the lives of the single people that live in the apartment complex that the newsroom that the network owns, and all the things that they get up to. So the actors that do their voices are going to have a lot of work. So Pearls of Wisdom is going to be where people get to write, real people will write in, and she will be their agony aunt. But Brehena Saithusa is also going to have her own column where kids would be able to write in. And if they're having problems with, Miss Jodine's going to help them with things like bullying and that, but if the kids have got anything on their mind that they need to get off their chest, if they're afraid of anything, if they've got anything bothering them, if they've got monsters under the bed, like that sort of thing, when it comes to the occult and the paranormal, they'll be able to write in to Brehena Saithusa. The only thing is, they have to physically be the one, they have to physically write the letters. I want mail coming in from all over the world with postage stamps. I want actual physical letters. I also I want to have an art board for the kids that send in their artwork. You know, like, I want to encourage them If they can't write, they can draw. And I'll have like an artboard where we'll put all the kids' pictures up on the back wall. So, yeah, but the kids will have to write. And then if they can't write in English, then we get the letters interpreted, which is another reason why I need to get a lot of people from a lot of nations and that on board, especially if they can speak multiple languages. So, yeah, I've already discussed it with my sister. So she'll sit in her queen-like, throne-like chair, and I'll get to sit in my kingdom colours, burgundy and gold, and with my crown on my head, and I will get to read out these letters and respond to the kids and help the kids. So, 2 show ideas, and then we've got Save Our Souls, which is Satan's game show, and then I've got Spellbound, the dating game. We're going to invite people, you know, when I make my dating app Spellbound, we're going to invite people who are members of the dating app to come on to the show. And, you know, like, we'll match them up, and, like, we're going to do that, turn that into a whole thing. I'm trying to cover all the different genres, so, yeah. So my actors are going to be very busy. They'll have more than one show to appear in. They'll have to stay in character for each show. I'm just excited. I'm proud of what I've created out of all that I've been through. I just can't wait to get to Switzerland. I can't get my mind off Switzerland. I just think about it constantly. It's on my mind constantly. I get to bring actors and artists and writers and programmers and designers and chefs and dancers, engineers. I get to bring all walks of life together, all trades, all gifts, all talents. I get to bring it all together. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get their letters. I can't wait to get their drawings. I put them up on the wall. Anyway, kids don't have anyone to go to. And if they can write a letter and put it in the post and send it to the post box, Brehennis will open it and she will read it and she will help them. I've got a man that stands in my corner and I don't know how to blah. And then if it warrants it, I can say, I'm going to send you a bottle of my rehua spray. I'm going to send you some of my clay. And all you have to do is this. I can't wait. I don't know whether to animate her or not, or whether I would actually be sitting in her royal chair in character. Like it means I'd have to sit in front of the camera, and I would be more comfortable lending the voice to the animation than sitting in the chair. So I might turn her into a cartoon. Did you hear that crow? They're so happy with the food I put out. Anyway, I had to put it out there. So Pearls of Wisdom I've already talked about, but this show with Brehennis, where the kids can reach out and pour their hearts out to her about all the things that are on their mind. And because remember, I invented those bubbles, so I can send them bubbles so they can put all their worries in the bubbles and the bubbles can float off, and when they pop it means Brehennis has caught them on the North Star. So yeah, so I can send them bubbles, I can send them little bottles of spray, I can send my clay, I can send candles to them, all for free. I wouldn't charge. and I'll help them. And I love the idea of having it be animated. I'd prefer animated to real life because I really don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm trying to make her an enigma. I don't want to expose Brehennis too much because I want her to be special when the kids actually do get to meet her for real. Or like, if I'm out in the supermarket doing shopping and they're looking at me like, are you Brehennis Aithusa? Because my greenstone necklace is going to give it away. My punami's going to give it away. There's not going to be too many people walking around Switzerland with a punami around their neck and the accent. But I've come up with a whole secret club thing in regards to that, which is pretty cool. But it'll just be between me and the kids that I'm not going into here. But yeah, so I'm trying not to overexpose Brehennis, which is why I'm like, the Amber Wilkinson School of Witchcraft. It's like, would it really be so bad if I got someone to play Brehennis Aithusa? But the thing is, if she's casting anything, it has to be me. No one can pretend to be me and cast anything. So it has to be me. But I know that her role in the Amber Wilkinson School of Witchcraft will not be a very big one. It would be like a couple of minutes on stage and then I'm out. Oh, because I will write it that way. But it's all for the kids and it's only going to be for a few weeks while the show's running. So, and if it ends up being popular, then we'll bring it back. But yeah, my role in all of this is going to be very minimal. I'm the one who waves the wand and creates the magic. I'm not the one who enjoys the magic. It's not about me. I'm the one that's making it all possible for everyone. But I've already discussed costume ideas and what I want it to look like, and that with my sister because she's going to help with my styles. And then, of course, I'm going to have my own clothing boutique, so... Which is why I was putting pins in all those costumes and that Tia Paper Doll was trying to steal. So, yeah. Inverted reality turns into insanity. Inverted reality turns into insanity. La 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 la. Right, so I'm going to go and have my breakfast now. I had to put that out there because I forgot to mention it. They're just 2 more show ideas, but I've already talked about the Pearls of Wisdom one. I just haven't sort of really mentioned about the Brehennis one. But it keeps artists busy. It keeps everyone, because I'm not doing any AI nothing. I will not be using AI for nothing, because AI puts writers and journalists and musicians and artists out of a job. And I refuse to do that. I want to keep traditional art alive. I want to keep tradition alive. And so many artists and writers and musicians and that have lost their jobs because of AI, and I will not participate at all. They want to exterminate traditional creativity. And it's lazy. AI's lazy. If people use AI to do art and write their pieces and that, it's lazy. It's training people not to think for themselves. And it kills off the creative mind. And so my foundation will be keeping the creative mind alive. So I will have artists that can still do art by hand, and they will be doing art by hand. And we'll be using like Photoshop and all of that, but we will not be using AI at all. Everything will be hand typed, handwritten, hand painted, hand sculptured, hand whatever. Nothing. No, nothing, nowhere, nothing. AI. It's forbidden. Because I will not be I will not be responsible for killing off craftsmanship and artistry. I'm keeping tradition alive. Which is why my Western world side of the foundation is really important, because if you knew what I was building on that side, you'd understand what I'm talking about in regards to this. And tourists and people who come to spend the day there are going to absolutely love it. And as well, because I homeschooled my boys, if there are anyone who homeschools their children in the European area, they can bring their kids to my foundation so that they can learn skills. They can send them to us to like have cooking classes and sewing classes and all of that, because we'll have those departments there. So yeah. Oh, if only you knew what I've created is so much bigger than anything any of you will ever know. Only I'm the only one that knows the full extent of what it is that I've created. Not even my boys know. So someday my prince will come, and then I'll sit down and tell it all to him. Because, yeah, he's the one that's going to know how to help me put the plan into action. Because I think he's going to be in the know for things that are going to help me, like, get the car moving, so to speak. That's what I've been led to believe anyway. I'm doing it on my own, but I know when I get there, I'm going to meet someone who knows exactly what to do to help me put everything into place, and then I think we end up together or something. I don't know. I just know what the prophecy says. But I get there on my own. I'm there on my own. When I get there, I'm on my own. So he's at the other end of the meadow waiting for me under the tree. That's all I know. And then once we're together, it's like fireworks. Baby, you're a firework. Right, I'm going to go and get my breakfast. I'll speak to you later. Bye.